Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to walk you through Docker health checks. Have you ever had a container that was technically running according to the Docker daemon, but your application inside was actually frozen or returning 500 errors? Most engineers get this wrong, and it leads to silent outages where your users are blocked while your monitoring tools think everything is fine. We are going to change that today. Today, we are going to dive deep into the mechanics of Docker health checks. We will cover the theory, the configuration, the production pitfalls, and how to verify that your system is truly resilient. These are the topics we are going to cover in this video. Specifically, we will start by defining what health checks are, then we will look at the prerequisites, configure them in Dockerfiles and Docker Compose files, verify the results, troubleshoot common issues, and discuss production best practices. Watch the full video without skipping any content to understand it better. Before we get into the topic, a small request to you. I have already uploaded many technical videos on different technologies and tools. We share more knowledgeable content every day. So, if you are interested in learning and want to improve your skills, make sure you have subscribed to our channel and joined our WhatsApp community. The join link is available in the description or scan the QR code shown on the screen. Let us get started. To follow along, you need a few things. First, we are using Ubuntu 22.04 LTS. Docker is a platform that wraps your software in a virtual box called a container, and Docker Engine is the core background service that manages them. You need version 20.10 or newer to use the native health check features. You also need Docker Compose, which is the tool used for defining multi-container applications. Finally, you need sudo access to interact with the Docker daemon. To verify your setup, open your terminal and run Docker version. If you see version numbers above 20, you are ready to go. So what are Docker health checks exactly? Imagine a shipping container on a cargo ship. Just because the container is sitting on the deck does not mean the goods inside are safe. The ship needs a sensor to check the temperature or humidity. Docker health checks are that sensor. By default, Docker only checks if the main process is alive. But if your web server crashes internally while the process stays running, Docker will not know. A health check command runs a script inside the container like a curl request to your local API endpoint to verify the application logic is actually responding. Now let us configure this in a Docker file. We use the health ccheck instruction. The interval flag determines how often the check runs. The timeout flag defines how long we wait for a response before failing. The start period gives your application time to boot up before we start marking it as failing. Finally, retries is how many times it must fail before we call the container unhealthy. We use the curl command with the -f flag, which tells curl to fail silently on server errors. Once you have your Docker file ready, use the build command to create your image. The -d flag tags your image with a friendly name. Then, use the run command with the -d flag to start it in detached mode, which means it runs in the background. After you run these, your container will start, and the Docker daemon will automatically begin executing the health check command defined in your configuration every 30 seconds. This is what you should see when everything works. Run the ps command to list your containers. Look at the status column. You will see a small label in parentheses that says healthy. If the check has not finished yet, it might say starting. If you see unhealthy, it means your curl command failed, indicating that your web server is not responding to requests even though the process is running. This is exactly the visibility we need. In a real-world scenario, you are probably using Docker Compose. In your YAML file, you add a health check block under your service definition. The test key uses a JSON list format to define the command. This is more robust than using a raw shell string because it avoids shell parsing issues. Here, we are curling a specific health endpoint on port 8080. This is a common pattern for backend APIs, where you expose a dedicated path for monitoring tools to verify database connections and service state. Run these commands to start your stack and check the status. The up command with the -d flag starts all defined services in the background. Then, the compose s command shows you the health status of all services in your project. This is much easier than managing individual containers, especially if your application has multiple parts, like a database and an API, that need to be healthy before the system is considered operational. What happens when things go wrong? First, if your base image is minimal like Alpine, it might not have curl. You must install it in your Dockerfile. Second, if your container runs as a non-root user, ensure that user has permission to execute the health check command. Third, if your app takes 40 seconds to start but your start period is only 10, your container will be marked unhealthy prematurely. Increase that value. Finally, shell parsing can be tricky. Always prefer the list format over raw strings to avoid errors. In production, health checks are only half the battle. You need the system to take action. When you combine health checks with the restart policy, your system becomes self-healing. If a health check fails, the container is marked unhealthy. If you have an orchestrator, it will kill and restart the container. Even with plain Docker, having this status makes it easy to write a simple script that monitors Dockerpiece output and alerts your team via Slack or PagerDuty the moment a service stops responding properly. Let me share a real-world scenario. An e-commerce platform serving 100,000 requests per minute noticed that their checkout service would occasionally stop processing transactions while the process remained active. Because Docker only checked for the process, the load balancer kept sending traffic to dead containers. By implementing a health check that verified the database connection pool, they reduced checkout failures by 99%. This is the difference between a minor service blip and a massive outage during a peak sales event. You now know that health checks provide deep visibility into application state. Remember to use the start period flag so your app has time to wake up. Always prefer the list format in Docker Compose to keep your syntax clean and portable. Remember that health checks are just the first step. You should combine them with automatic restart policies to ensure your infrastructure stays resilient. Finally, keep an eye on your status outputs to ensure your automated checks are actually working as intended. I believe this video will definitely be a useful video. If you like the video, please do like and hype the video. Also share it with your friends and groups. It may be useful to somebody else. If you have any doubts or any requests, please let me know in the comments. Make sure you have subscribed to stay updated for our regular videos. Join our WhatsApp community using the link in the description because we share more knowledgeable content every day. Thank you for watching. See you soon in the next video.